All right, hello and welcome back. Brett here with clickmill.co. So as we're going to begin starting with SEO optimizations on a client website, the first thing that we want to know is firstly, do we have any SEO optimizations on the website already? So we want to do some auditing. Now, you can do this from the front end of the site or the back end of the site. It doesn't really matter. I have already done an SEO audit for this website, and I'll actually include it in the course here because I actually have already given this client training on search engine optimization, which is why they have in turn decided to hire us because they didn't want to do it. And reason, makes sense. So now I've already done the audit from the front end, which I'll make available to you. So we're going to come in here to the back end and start looking over some things. And so I do, in this case, happen to already know that there are optimizations that have already been made, but I'll show you what I would be looking for if I were doing sort of an assessment for the first time, again, from the back end of the website. So we're going to come back into here. We're going to go into products. And here we are with products. And I'm going to come down to one. I just happen to know these sell. So we also run their Google ads. And so I have seen certain things sell a lot more. So I'm just going to start with something I know that sells. And we're going to click on this product right here. Okay, so now we see the title for the title page, and we're going to view this on both sides so you understand what you're looking at. This is the title on the product sales page. This is the description on the product sales page. Obviously, we have pictures. You're probably not going to do a lot with that. It's live. You can see this, publishing. This is live and on the online store. Insights, we've sold 5 units to 4 customers for, however much. And I'm going to zoom in just a little. Here we go. Category shoes, that makes sense. Product type, footwear, vendor, Birkenstock, okay. Coming down further, you can see they've got some additional tags up here and tags down here. And these, now if you're in a WordPress site, we're really not going to use tags. Now, in the case of an e-com site, this is going to be different because the tags actually help people to organize the store. So, we're going to definitely leave these. And, maybe in the future, we'll get more in depth with these and see if there's better ways we could offer organizational tools. However, for now, these are going to be fine. The variants of the product, this is also fine. We don't really need to worry about this with SEO. We just need people to know what they can buy. So this, you don't need to touch this. Coming down a little bit further, you can see we've got the names of the shoes, the variants, which is fine. They're all the same, so we're not going to touch that. Coming down here, we're getting into the meta title and meta description that's going to show on Google. So let's look at this. So when we come in here, search engine listing, we're going to go ahead and click edit. And here, you'll see we have page title and meta description. Okay, so I do want to go back over this and just show you what this is. So when we go, I'm going to preview the product. We're going to preview the product. Oops, there we go. View the product. This is the product sales page. So you'll see Birkenstock, Alpro A630 chef clogs, and you'll see up here Birkenstock. Okay, so you'll see the description is that description there. Now, what I want to show you is I want to show you the meta title and meta description. Now, one way you can pull up super specific information on Google, it's a little Google hack, I guess, site colon. Okay, so up at the top of the URL, you're going to type site colon and then drop in the exact URL you want to see. And you'll notice this is the URL for that exact page that we're looking at. And this is the meta title, and this is the meta description that people are going to see when they're shopping. Now, you'll notice one thing right off the bat here is these chef shoes are comfortable, ... Okay, what was that supposed to say? And if we come back over, I'm going to pull this over here. If we come back over, we'll notice, oh, that's the actual product page. I'm getting lost. Here we go. In the meta title, which is what we're looking at, this is the meta description. And so when we look in here, look at how long this is. Meta description, those who work long hours in the kitchen. And it's got a bunch of stuff in here, but I don't even think it says that over here. Yeah, these Alpha Pro clogs, Birkenstocks are the perfect answer. So it is taking something from there. I'm going to Control F. Perfect. I'm going to look for that. Yeah, there we go. It's taking this right here. Are the perfect answer. A blend of unit fours are comfortable. So of this, Google is selecting that as the description because it says the Al Pro 630 clogs in it because that's the name of this product. And it's just taking that. But this is way too long. So we need to figure out, well, how long should a meta description be? And so we're going to cover that in a future video as well. But this is too long. So as I'm auditing, I'm looking for problems. Okay. So this is too long. Now, next thing here, do people actually search for this Al Pro A630? Like who knows the exact model variant of a Birkenstock when they're searching for it online? Like, oh, I want to buy the Al Pro A630 ABCDEFG. Probably nobody. So we need to check and make sure that's a keyword we want in that title that's going to show up on Google. Because right now, what are we doing? We're keywording for Birkenstock. We're keywording for their brand name. We're keywording for chef clogs. And then we've got Al Pro A630 in here. I mean, is that really a thing that should be there? Seems a little suspicious. But Birkenstock for sure is a keyword. I mean, I can just know that without even looking it up. Probably a large one. And then, of course, their brand name. We want to have the brand if possible. So that's kind of the first part of the assessment here. I'm looking at this. I'm seeing some potential issues here. Now, coming back to web design rules. And we're going to talk about URL handle and how to handle URL handles. Pun intended, I guess. Number one, if you break something, don't panic. And number two, don't ever change the URL handle. If you change this link, which it doesn't look like I can. Oh, I can. There it is. Okay. If you change that link, it will disconnect this page from Google and Google will no longer know where the page is. And it's like, well, yeah, but I want to put the keyword in here. Look, we're changing Al Pro A630 up here. So we should definitely change it in here too. Do not do that. Because if this page, so for example, I will copy this URL. Well, apparently I can't. We'll just take this then. Okay, so it lets you change the slug. You obviously can't change the website name, so that makes sense. If I come in here and we come over to pages, and then I come down on page, hey, VMR Culinary, 250. They only have one page? That doesn't make sense. Hold on. There we go. VMR Apparel. Better. Nope. Something's, oh, okay, because I have one page selected. There we go. Okay, so when we come in here to VMR Culinary, we are looking at 3 months of data, which is great. Good starting place here. We're going to drop this down and, oh, there we go. Control F and, oh, yep, there we go. I'm lagging a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to drop in that. Okay, so here is the page. Now, this page has 1,210 impressions over the last 3 months, 3 clicks coming into the site. So not necessarily a lot. It ranks 15, and it ranks 15. We'll just look here for Birkenstock Al Pro A630. It ranks number 8 for that. Okay. So, I mean, we're ranking for some things now. Birkenstock Al Pro. Okay, well, that's got almost all the impressions there, 247. So that's interesting. So for A630, we're doing okay, but for Al Pro, we're really getting, so maybe that brand name is known, but we don't really know A630. Maybe there's something there. But what I definitely know is that we're getting a fairly low click-through rate. 0.2% is way too low. A good, I would say, like a functional number would be around 2%. On ClickMill, we've got, and again, this is different industry, so take it for, a grain of salt. But on ClickMill, we've got about a 5 to 6% click-through rate on 50,000 hits a month, something like that. So, if you're ranking well, if you're ranking top 10, you should definitely at least have a 2.0 click-through rate. So this is low. Nonetheless, coming back to the original point, which is if you change this URL, Google will no longer know this page exists, and this will just go straight to 0. So never, never, ever, ever change the URL. And there are there's essentially one exception to that, and it's not going to apply to this. So that's rule one. Rule one's don't panic. Rule two is don't ever change a URL on a live page, because it will tank your clients and potentially this client's page ranking on Google. So with that, let's go back to the product. So again, we're assessing, we're kind of getting some information. Let's go back up here to the title and the description, because these are going to be the other basic elements we're looking at. Okay, so we know Birkenstock Alpro. We know they're getting some traffic there. A630, maybe that's a keyword. Maybe it's not. We'll look at that in the next video here. Chef's clogs. Okay, so maybe there's some keywording happening. I mean, Birkenstock's definitely keywords. We've already mentioned this. Then let's go here to the product description. This looks like a well thought through product description, and I happen to know they've actually already written this intentionally after the training that I've done with them. So I know this is already going to be pretty good. It's going to be a custom. Before it was specifications from the manufacturer, and it was like not good. Now, what I'm looking for is this a keyword targeted description? Do we even have basic keywords in here? And so again, I'm just getting a basic feel for the website. Now, this is going to carry over into other products too. I don't necessarily have to do all of this looking on every product to see. We're just going to be implementing the service on the other products. But so that you know what we're looking for, let's look. Those who work long hours in the kitchen often find that when it comes to footwear, practicality trumps high fashion. That's funny. Standing on your feet for 10 hours or more every day can take its toll. So it's important to take care of your feet. These Alpro 630, okay. Yeah, these Alpro 630 clogs from Birkenstock. Okay, so firstly, if Birkenstock Alpro is a keyword, we should have Birkenstock in front of Alpro. Okay, so that is potentially a missed opportunity, because you do have Alpro and or Alpro 630 as a keyword here, and you have Birkenstock way over here, but you do not have Birkenstock Alpro. So if Birkenstock Alpro is a keyword, we don't have that right now, at least not obviously. Clogs. Clogs what? Maybe they're Birkenstock Alpro 630 kitchen clogs. Maybe that is what kind of clogs? Like, am I yodeling? I don't understand. What clogs? There's a certain type of clogs that probably should be in here. So I'm looking, I'm not quite seeing it. Maybe keyworded as well as it could be. Available in a basic black that will blend in. Okay, black could be a keyword. Black Birkenstock clogs. Okay. These black Birkenstock clogs are available in whatever, and we could fit it in something like that. Durable and will make sure to keep you on your feet as long as you need to be. The classic cork footbed. Okay. Birkenstock, the classic cork footbed is synonymous with the Birkenstock name, offers great arch support as well as flexible cushion for soles of your feet. The Alpro 630 has a suede footbed. Okay, so is it suede or is it corked? I'm a little interesting. Okay, so I guess cork is under the suede. Okay. Footbed liner that both prevents slipping and wicks away moisture to help keep your feet cool and comfortable. Okay, now we got specifications. Polyurethane, non-slip, oil, and grease resistant. Suede. Okay, so it's non-slip for kitchen, so that makes sense. That possibly could be non-slip. What if there are non-slip kitchen shoes? Could that be a search term? Maybe. Yeah, I had friends that worked in the kitchen industry, and non-slip is a big deal. That's something that is like required for the job. So maybe we can bump this up here a little bit and say non-slip kitchen shoes. Suede footbed line. Okay. Superior construction to support your and protect your natural walk. Cork footbed for support. Okay, is this a keyword? Cork footbed shoes. What are people searching to get cork? That seems to be an important feature. Maybe we can keyword that a little bit. Removable, anatomically shaped cork latex footbed, washable footbed lining, suede certified, occupational footwear, and a cork. Okay, cool. So this is what we're looking at. So we've kind of audited one product. Now, of course, you want to get kind of a broader audit if you're really going to like start pursuing a client and say, hey, here are all the issues on your site. So you can do this more broadly, but for this client, looks like we've got some opportunity here. Looks like we do have some opportunity in here for improvements. And it definitely looks like we've got opportunity in here, especially considering the meta description is like 3 times probably longer than it should be. We'll get into the specifics there. So with that, thank you for being with me in this video where we're auditing this client's products in Shopify, and we're seeing, is there opportunity for improvement to get them ranking better and to help them to become more profitable? With that, thanks so much for being in this video. We're going to keep going with starting to implement some changes and fixes in the next video. We'll see you there.